The Lemp Mansion. At the dawn of the 20th century, the Lemp family was a name synonymous with grand financial success in the beer industry. Their signature brew was known across the world, but ultimately, the death of their beloved son was just the start of the disasters to come. Soon, suicide struck, then again and again and again. By 1950, 4 Lemp descendants had killed themselves, 3 of whom perished inside of the gloomy Lemp family mansion in St. Louis. The Lemp dynasty began with Patrick Johann Adam Lemp. Adam immigrated to the United States from Germany in 1836, settling in St. Louis, Missouri, where he opened his shop and sold his own vinegar and beer. Adam was one of the first Americans to produce German lager. The suds were so popular that Adam focused solely on growing his business, Western Brewery. He even utilized the caves beneath St. Louis to naturally refrigerate his brews. After Adam Lemp's death, on August 23, 1862, his son William J. Lemp took over the family business. Under William Sr.'s watch, the brewery blossomed into St. Louis's largest beer manufacturer. He was credited with installing the first refrigeration machine in the American brewery and later developed refrigerated railway cars to distribute their chilled product across the U.S. In 1892, they renamed themselves William J. Lemp Brewing. William Sr. served as president, son William Jr. as vice, and son Louis superintendent. William Sr.'s 4th son, Frederick, was his golden child, the chosen one who stood to inherit his empire. Then tragedy struck. Young Frederick, who had thrown himself into his new role as heir, died suddenly of heart failure on December 12, 1901. He was only 28 years old. The death devastated William Lemp Sr. when his good friend Frederick passed away on January 1st, 1904. It was too much for the tycoon to bear. On February 13th, 1904, William Sr. shot himself in the Lemp family mansion. Tragedy next struck Elsa Lemp Wright, William Lemp Sr.'s youngest daughter. She shared a rocky, high-profile marriage with Thomas Wright, the president of a metal company. In 1919, Elsa finally filed for divorce, citing mental and physical damage. The couple seemed to reconcile soon thereafter, remarrying in March of 1920. But a few weeks later, Elsa committed suicide, also by gunshot, while in bed at her nuptial home. William Billy Lemp Jr., who became president after his father's death, was forced to shutter the family brewery in 1919, selling the operation at auction price for nowhere near its original worth. Billy went through a messy divorce and lost custody of his only child, William III. Unable to manage the burden, Billy shot himself in his office inside the Lemp Mansion on December 29, 1922. Charles Lemp was the 3rd son of William Lemp Sr. He had abandoned the beer business in 1917 to pursue a career in baking, but moved back into the mansion in 1929. There he lived out his days with his dog and 2 servants, as the last Lemp family member to reside in the estate. Charles grew increasingly reclusive in later years. In 1941, he reportedly sent derailed funeral instructions to a local funeral home. Then, in 1949, Charles Lemp committed suicide. First, he shot his dog, then himself in the head, in the Lemp family mansion. He was the only Lemp suicide victim to leave a note. "In case I am found dead, blame it on no one but me." The Lemp Mansion still stands in St. Louis as an eerie reminder of the dark American tragedy. This historical home operates as a restaurant and inn, offering dining, performances, and, if you're brave enough, overnight stays. The Momo. Witnesses claim to have seen a huge, hairy, hulking creature stalking the woods and lonely country roads. This creature is similar to the well-known Bigfoot of the Pacific Northwest, only more otherworldly. It has glowing orange eyes, a pumpkin-shaped head, 3-fingered hands, and leaves 3-toed footsteps. Unlike the shy Bigfoot, this aggressive creature is known to kill animals and antagonize humans. Its name is Momo. Momo sightings have been reported throughout Missouri, even in St. Charles County, but the most famous sightings occurred in Louisiana. In a town with fewer than 4,000 people, located in Pike County, Louisiana, lies 75 miles northwest of St. Charles County. Bigfoot-like creatures have been reported in the Louisiana area since 1940, but it was not until the early 1970s that the Momo attracted serious interest. Bigfoot researcher Lauren Coleman described the now legendary Momo scare in his books, Bigfoot, The True Story of Apes in America. According to Coleman, the Momo saga began in July 1971. Joan Mills and Mary Ryan were driving along Highway 79 north of Louisiana when they allegedly saw a hairy creature that made disturbing gurgling noises. These women described the thing as half ape and half man. The most notorious sighting took place 1 year later. On the afternoon of July 11th, 1972, 8-year-old Terry Harrison and his 5-year-old brother Wally were playing in their backyard at the foot of Morsloff Hill on the outskirts of Louisiana. Their older sister Doris was inside the house. Doris heard her brother scream. She looked out the bathroom window and saw a black, hairy man-like creature standing by a tree. The thing appeared to be 6 or 7 feet tall. Its head sat directly atop its shoulders with no visible neck. The face was likewise invisible, completely covered by a mass of hair. The youths reported in chilling detail the creature, streaked with blood, carried a dead dog under its arm. A local farmer had reported his dog disappeared. A neighbor reported hearing terrible growling sounds that afternoon. Edgar Harrison, the children's father, also heard loud growls the evening of July 14th. He and several other people smelled a strong, unpleasant odor as they investigated the area around the hill. Investigators also reported smelling a similar stench like rotting flesh. On July 21st, Momo revealed itself to Ellis Minor outside his home on River Road. It was around 10 p.m. when Minor heard his dogs barking. He grabbed a flashlight and stepped outside, expecting to see an intruding dog, but instead came face to face with the Momo. After shining the flashlight on his face, the creature ran. The Momo scare lasted only 2 weeks, but it triggered a media frenzy. Television and newspaper journalists from across the nation descended onto this small town. Zombie Road. Zombie Road is a short road located in the city of Wildwood, west of St. Louis in the U.S., state of Missouri. It's considered one of Missouri's most haunted places, its real name being Lawler Ford Road, and is about 2 miles long through the valley of Forest Oak Land Hills and ends near a river in Glencoe. It's been listed in the top 18 haunted roads in the world. The road, also known as Al Foster Trail, is closed to access during the night. This beautiful 2.3-mile trail opens 1/2 hour before sunrise and closes 1/2 hour after sunset. It's the site of one of the largest Native American burial mounds in the country. It was merely just gravel and dirt, but was paved some years ago. But it is now largely impassable by automobiles. Legends that have been passed around for years tell of spectral American Indians and Confederate rebels, packs of child ghosts, and tortured souls of working men killed in industrial accidents. While the original name of the road was Lawler Ford Road, it started being referred to as Zombie Road in the 50s. This is due to the stories of a zombie killer, some creepy guy who lived in a shack in the woods and would come out and attack young lovers looking for a place to be alone. As the years passed, the chilling stories continued, including ghosts, vanishings, and strange noises. One of the most spine-tingling, maybe frequently retold story about a ghost of a man who was hit by a train and now haunts the area. The chilling part is that this is a real story in which the wife of a local judge named Dalla Hamilton McGullen was actually hit by a train and died in 1876. Since there are no other records of anyone else being killed by a train in that area, it's widely believed that Dalla may be the actual framed ghost. The trail is 10 foot wide with an asphalt surface. But be warned, if you go at night looking for spirits, you're more likely to find police who have no problem writing tickets for trespassing on the trail after hours. Ghouls, I apologize that there's only 3 instead of 5 this time. There was literally no good urban legends in Missouri. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But the other 2 that I did find was like a devil's chair. But I feel like I've done at least 5 states that have had one of those. And the other one is like a body under a bed in a hotel room, which pretty much every state has one of those. And a crybaby bridge. So I really didn't want to just keep redoing the same things. You know what I mean? I apologize, I really do. But I don't want to keep, repeating the same things. And the reason that this video is late, if you're watching this, right when I upload it, which a good handful of you ghouls do, if you have seen on my Twitter, I have a kitten. A little black kitten to add to my gang of black cats. His name is Salem, and he is adorable, but so annoying. Every time I sit at my desk, put my headphones on, and start to talk, like, into the microphone, he comes in and just meow, 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 and it's so cute, but, like, I need to get stuff done, catto. But, as always, ghouls, my last video will be on the top left, my next video will be on the bottom left. All my social medias are on the screen, as well as in the description box below. And remember, there's always someone or something watching you.